CEO Hayes. That's Bailey the Great in the building. What's going on, B?
I went to school with Neymar.
Oh, wait, for real?
No.
Oh, I thought you meant the actor. I was about to say that's some shit. Oh, that's funny. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Atlanta, the season finale, King's Disease 3. But first, we got some news that we're going to get into just to kind of wet the palate and get in. Bro, have you seen this video from Blueface yet? Of him shooting?
Yeah.
What do you think about it, bro?
I hate to say it's unfortunate. At this point, he has been in the spotlight long enough to know what not to do. So it's not one of those things where I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for the people that surround him that's allowing him to do this stuff. At this point, I'd rather for you to accept that boxing challenge from Nick Young and let's get that going. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But you're in a situation where you're about to throw your life away at a young age.
Whole entire life away. It sucks that people lose their position, lose whatever, just because of dumb shit. And that's what this is. It's just a dumbass situation. Guy being young, it is what it is. But like, you can't shoot nobody, bro. Like, come on. Like,
not even that. Be aware. Like, and this has been before I was born. Thought you can hit anybody. Not even your target is one thing, but what if you miss your target and you hit somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And another thing is you are the moneymaker for your immediate family. So once that water is cut off, then what? All because of your ego? All right. We still on that, huh?
Ego done taking a lot better people down, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, and we'll see the case as it continues to work out. He was arrested on attempted murder charges just this past Tuesday. Seems like this situation happened back in October, but listen, once they got you on tape, bro, it's going to be hard to beat that case, bro.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to beat that.
You're going to have to sit down for a while.
Yep, he definitely going to be sitting down for a minute. But moving on from that to somebody who does need to sit down, bro. 21. So Nas released KD3. And we'll talk about that. We're going to review that before the end of the show. But 21 Savage says that he feels like Nas isn't relevant, bro. Like, this has to be one of the more tone-deaf conversations because as a rapper, to say that Nas isn't relevant at a time where everybody almost universally has talked about the resurgence of Nas's career, and even though KD3 didn't have any features on it, Nas has worked with a lot of the newer artists on the first two King's Disease albums. So what do you feel about these comments from 21 Savage?
I think it's a poor choice of words for one. The second thing is, even if I can understand what he's talking about, but I think the backlash is coming from you don't have to say that though. Like, what's the point of saying that? And you're saying it because like these are artists that I consider dumb, and they're too dumb to go research who these artists are that they're talking about. That's one. But they're smart enough to know if I say it this way, if I say it that way at this tone, it's going to garner some attention.
This is true.
So it's not about whether that's true or not. It's the fact that what's the hate behind it? What's the purpose of even saying that? Even if they ask you a question, which is a dumb question, is Nas relevant around this time? He is, because you actually said it in the same statement. You said, I don't think he's relevant. I think he just has fans. That's the same goddamn thing, bro. It's the same thing. So what's the point of you even bringing that up? Is it because you getting some backlash about the album that you just dropped where they consider it more of a Drake album than a joint album?
Yeah.
So you want to go shit on the man that has been doing this long before you was even born? Yeah. And more relevant than anybody in his peer class and in your class. He's teaching you, he's giving you the blueprint, and you're hating on your man. At this point, Nas is that I heard an argument that's saying Nas is not a pioneer, right? Whatever, that's okay. Whatever, cool. That's your opinion. I can at some point Nas is gonna be an ancestor.
I feel you.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what these cats just do. They do stuff on purpose. And for you to say that Nas is not relevant when he's the most relevant, seasoned veteran that we have. I mean, besides Jay-Z, and we know why they
Busta.
And well, and give Busta a lot of credit because he taps in with the younger generation in general.
Yeah.
But as far as as far as Nas and Jay-Z, they're talked about a lot because of their their business ventures and so on. But to say he's not relevant, but say he has a fan base, I don't understand that.
I feel you.
You don't have to say that. And even if they ask you that question, you don't have to reply in that manner. We know why you're saying it, because you're trying to get some attention off of it, which makes him more relevant.
That's 100% fact. The red wine connoisseur is in the building, Marquis. Bro, how do you feel about these comments from 21 Savage, bro?
I mean, for someone to comment on relevance when he's like a sidekick on his album with Drake, and he's only known for one verse, and that's 21. How relevant are you? I don't know. I can't quote anything from 21 Savage. I can probably quote the entire Nas album. I can just quote one line, and that's 21. So someone who's not relevant to mention someone who is relevant and say they're irrelevant is irrelevant to me.
And half his generation, and it's sad that I'm sorry, but when I seen that it was in the docket, it had me thinking like, well, who is relevant that matters right now? Because even the cats that mattered right now, a lot of them cats is not here anymore. A lot of the cats that was relevant at one point.
That's tough, but factual. That's tough, but factual.
Yeah, y'all taking away y'all history.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. Maybe that's why they don't understand how to respect history, because they don't see a future in them. They won't have history.
And I blame their circle.
They won't have that longevity. Like 21 needs to shut the fuck up and realize like you need to be learning right now what Nas has done to stay relevant at this age, this long in the game, still putting out this quality music. Well, first of all, you need to start putting out quality music in general. But I'm remiss on that. I'll shut the fuck up on that one. But sometimes you just get some things from people every once in a while where you just look at them, you just be like, you just got to shut the fuck up. Like, that's literally what I would have just said. If I was the host of that radio, whatever, I would have just been like, hey, 21, you got to shut up, bro. Like, let's move on, bro. Let's ask you about some fucking Viking, and I'm sure you got something to say about that. But
how old you got to be to take it?
21. Oh, man, that is hilarious. All right, bro. Let's go ahead and move into. We got 3 big reviews. This is a review extravaganza today. First up, Nas, King's Disease 3. We've been waiting for this album. We've been talking about it. It feels like for at least about 6-7 months, if not longer. Who wants to take this one away first, bro? Thoughts on this album?
I have it 2-1-3. And what that means is King Disease 1. I mean, King Disease 2, 1, and 3. But here's the thing: the difference between all 3 of those is this is actually like this is him putting his wine glass down on a coaster type of album. Now, did I take away certain songs just like I did from 1 and 2? Yes, I did. Rare, 27 Summer, all that. I got my favorites. You know what I'm saying? With this one is Mike and Quincy. We got Hood to Hood. It was a few of them, but the tone of the album just felt good. I could turn it again, but Nas you could turn this on, turn it down a little bit. You don't blast Nas. You don't have to blast Nas. You turn it down well enough, but you turn it up good enough so the outsider know what's going on inside your car. You have to be a certain level of maturity to understand what's going on in this album. The production is phenomenal. You know what I mean? He doesn't miss. This is a 3 for 3. This is probably the biggest 3 for 3 since Kanye run.
We giving it over Kendrick? With Damn,
Pimper Butterfly,
to Pimper Butterfly, and
Big Stepper.
No,
you can go Kid A.
No, we're going Mad Kid, Good City, to Pimper Butterfly. Damn.
Yeah, we're going the first 3.
Yeah,
first 3. The reason why I say this might be bigger because it's back to back. It's literally back to back to back.
This is true. Yeah,
and I will say the build up for it. You know, because with Kendrick, we're gonna be waiting around for a little bit.
At
You know
least
what I
5 years.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he dropped it on the same day we was anticipating another piece of content that we was gonna talk about. Genius.
So my ranking as far as this is, I think I've said this, like, it's King's Disease 2 and then it's 1 and 3. They're almost neck and neck to me. Almost neck and neck. I say that I enjoy the content of King's Disease 3 more than King's Disease 1, but sonically King's Disease 1 is a slightly better listen, but they're still kind of neck and neck for me for different reasons.
Okay.
That Thun track where he has the No Beef or Rivals, they playing Ether on Tidal. Bro, I listened to that song probably about 3 times back to back when I listened to it the first time, because I feel like I always unpack something more in that track every single time. All right, Marquis, you've been kind of quiet over there, bro.
Oh no, I've just been listening. No, I agree. 213. Even Magic, it spills in there and everything. But overall, this is Bailey. You're on fire. You put the wine glass down. This is a little more personal. It sounds to me. It's just more relatable, which is why it probably had no guest appearances like the first two. He didn't try to fit this into anything. He's just pretty much just wrapped this up in a pretty bow. Yeah, I agree 100%. The production on one is better. This one is just more, you have to just appreciate the music and the sound. The replay value isn't as high, and I guess because I want to say it's my expectation. Is just I know this version of Nas. The beats are mellow. It's a real simple. Even Beef, he kind of dumbed down the lyrics based on his normal storytelling. I don't want to say dumbed down. I guess he gave it to people so they can comprehend it, because people don't listen to lyrics anymore.
He made it more digestible.
Yeah, more easily digestible for sure.
Overall, like I said, it's a good album. It's a Nas album. It's part of the trilogy. I appreciate it. Like I truly appreciate it. And now, if you take all 3 albums, all 4, and make a compilation out of it, come and put it in a certain order, then see what you find. And make it one giant project, it's an amazing experience. That's what I'll say.
Oh, for sure. If to put all of the King's Disease albums and Magic, and even if you're even cherry picking the best out of there, if you can put it in a great order, like, this is probably one of the best pieces of work, bodies of work ever in hip hop, and I don't say that lightly. Like, to what Hit Boy and Nas have unleashed with this series of albums, I honestly think it's something we'll never see again. Not a producer and a rapper that works on 4 projects like this hand in hand. You will probably see other rappers put great three projects in a row together, things like that, but it's not going to be in the way that, like, they came together and formed like Voltron and just delivered quality music for the last 2-3 years, and it's been great. It's been amazing to hear. And here's the thing. I'm gonna present this to you guys, and you guys can let me know how you feel about this. Should Nas ride out on the horse on this one? Should this be it?
No.
Okay. Do you think it's him and Hit Boy again?
No.
Do you think we
I think
start
that's
a new
over.
series?
I think that's done.
That's over? Okay.
I think he should, like he said, the premiere album should happen.
Oh, he did say that, which that would be amazing.
I'm glad he
Premiere
called out
Apollo
P-Rock.
Brown with Nas, I need. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Bro, give me, like, seriously, all jokes aside, if he stops working with Hit Boy after this, closes it out,
it's done.
And then says, yeah, and then now goes and works and does, just start off with one album with Apollo Brown, bro, listen, I'm there. Like, that Apollo Brown and Nas together, bro, come on.
But here's the thing, though. I gotta have some pushback on this. Why would we run away from? Why are we? You wouldn't change the triangle
because it's a triangle. You don't want to make it a square.
But if it's working though.
But I get that. It's
you could end the series, but you don't have to. You don't have to end the relationship.
No. I think they should definitely do stuff together. Like
they're gonna do stuff together, but I just mean like him crafting the whole project like this. I think that's done.
One thing I learned from Jay when he said the reason he did an album with Kanye, when they asked him, like, do you think a Nas, Jay-Z album, whatever happened? And he was like, you got to understand, when you're in a booth with somebody, or when you're working with somebody, you have a certain vibe. You kind of know what to expect. You fit in perfectly, which works for him and Kanye. Mm-hmm. Working with him and Nas together, putting an album together, there's too much ego, alpha. just a lot to put into that. KD, KD, excuse me, the KD albums worked because there's a synergy there. Now that it's wrapped in a pretty bow, another full album, it might be like a Run the Jewels 4. Like we kind of like let's keep the magic where it is. But yeah, him working with other producers like Apollo, oh my God. The fact that you even mentioned that, like me thinking about that, but a premiere production, a produced album, Nas gonna do whatever he wants, but I do think he should start doing a little bit more guest appearances, just to bless people because he still got it. Like I still think he's the greatest of all time. I'm sorry, there's no even when he tones it down, make it easily digestible, he's still better than 98% of the entire hip hop organization.
Well, I'm petty. So, Nas, I know you listen to the show. Check this out, brother. Give us a King Disease 4. Down Goes the King. And please have 21 Savage featured on one of the tracks.
The King. Holy shit.
21 Savage on the track. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, but this is just a great way to just wrap it all up. Like, what are you guys, before we go and move into the next thing, what's your guys' favorite tracks on the album?
It's Mike and Quincy for me.
Okay.
Mine was Reminiscent on Fire. I'm on Fire.
That's good. Thun and
Thun was crazy though. Yeah.
Thun and 30 for me.
I like 30.
I wanted to bring up 30. I like
30. 30 hard.
Yeah,
30 is
yeah, man.
And you know what I love about 32 is it's short, right? It literally, you come in, you get your vibe. Nas killed the beat, by the way, and then it just you go on to the rest of the album. Like 30 is sick, bro.
Even his flow, man. Even on like Don't Shoot, like the way he's I gotta give him credit, man. He switches his flow like seamlessly, man. Yo, he 30 years. He's in by himself. Anybody see that interview with Trevor Noah? It was shared on Hip Hop 50. So yeah, he basically he brought that up. He was like, Trevor Noah mentioned the beef with him and Jay, and he was like, that how it's great how you appreciate each other. He said, yeah, I posted that picture, KD, and Jay basically posted a picture of all his Grammys just to stick to him, whatever. That's how the relationship is. You know what I mean? That's some dope shit though. Think about the beef that they had and where they come now, where they're still competitive with each other. Yeah. That's some dope shit.
But the younger artists only pay attention to when Jay-Z said he don't do the money to the ear disconnect thing. They don't want to pay attention to how two giants in hip hop history has went against each other at one point in time, but now are cool and can move past that. In other words, they just want to hop in Clubhouse and call our classic artists irrelevant, but talk about them.
This is fact.
But I got a question. Why was that question even posed?
Exactly. That's the
a good
point.
question.
Like there's no point of bringing. You're shitting on this man's like his day pretty much. Like there's no point of bringing it up, bro. Even if I didn't like the album or something, I critique the music and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say he's not relevant. Like, what's the point of even bringing it up?
Yeah, crazy. Let's move on from this. All great. All great points. Great album. But let's move into the series finale of Atlanta, bro. Anybody got anything positive to say about the show?
I have been looking for deprivation tanks.
Okay.
I have been looking for that. Outside of that, nah, dog.
Bro, like honestly, it's like Donald Glover did not know how to finish this show, and he just said, "Hey, listen, this is how we're gonna do it." Like the ending of this show was the most anticlimactic thing I probably have ever seen in life, bro. Like literally, matter of fact, this whole final season, these last 10 episodes, outside of maybe 2 of them. All kind of marginal, mid at best, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't fulfilling at all.
Not at all, man. Not at all. Marquis?
So you know what I wonder? And I'm wondering if this is the direction he went in. Some shows don't have a conclusion. This didn't have a conclusion, which leaves the door open for a lot of things. But I guess I'm taking it away. It was basically all a dream, right?
Not the whole show, because
we don't know that.
Well, he ended. Yeah, I think we do, because remember he said the way he knows he's in the deprivation tank is if he sees thick Judge Judy.
But right.
She was not thick.
You don't know that. You just saw his
Oh
look.
yeah,
You
you're right.
saw it go on.
Yeah.
The last
You
one.
don't know.
But
That's what I'm saying.
but to Hayes' point, I felt like we probably feel like the last 3 or 4 episodes they could have created something much better than that to let us know, all right, this was all a dream. That felt like the middle of season, like a season 2 episode.
I think Donald Glover never gives you what you want. It's what his vision of it is.
This is true, but it's just not a good execution. Like, it's just not a good vision then, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I hate to, like,
they
really.
said this is the final season? They said this is the final
this
season?
is it. This is it, bro. This is the final season. That was
This
it.
is it. This is it. If anything,
Like,
it's gonna make us go back to the old episode.
They could have literally got the same effect. All you had to do was have Donald Glover as Donald Glover wake up to end the show. Yeah. And that was all the dream. Literally, it fixes everything else.
You'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed. I'm sorry. If that would happen,
more pissed than this?
I don't know.
I would have accepted that ending than what they gave us. Because now I'm like, all right, cool. Everything was just a dream. But then that still doesn't make up for the mid episode that came before that.
Yeah. The thing with the show, it just there's nothing predictable. It's like it never ends. You know what I mean?
But even the unpredictable ones that we got before were like more entertaining.
I know.
The Teddy,
it's more of a
the barbershop one. All that was just random.
I would have loved to see Teddy again too before we ended out. Like, I don't know, man.
I think
I'm just really disappointed in this final season. Maybe after some time away and removing myself from the expectations and coming back, maybe it changes. I don't know.
No, you won't.
Okay.
The whole fourth season felt like they didn't know how to end it, but they just created something where we can talk about it and left a cliffhanger. You don't know if he woke up or not, like, or if he was still dreaming. So they just left it as a cliffhanger where it was completely unanimous, or excuse me, just whatever they wanted to do with it.
They tried to go for that fake ass Inception ending, and it ain't hit.
Fair enough.
But that didn't even give me. That didn't even give me the whole thing was a dream. That just gave me he was dreaming in that moment
on this episode. Yeah, like I want a conclusion for the series, man.
I don't know, between Paperboy cutting bacon and I don't know, man. This season was just a lot for me. I love season 3, and I was expecting. And I think the problem is, at first, second season were like magnificent. Third season we were like, but then it ended off like just building through that. Like, this was magnificent. This is art. This season was like, strip away the art. Let's just create something insane and just make sense out of it. Again, I don't know how to take it. It feels more psychological, but it doesn't feel as deep thought, if that makes sense. That it wasn't thought out well enough. It's like, let's throw some psychology in there. You know what? We're almost finished anyway. Let's get it over with. But let's try to put a little extra in it. Even the whole Popeye's chicken scene, like that, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, should we support our people, but we support other people, but our people do this to us anyway? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm still processing it, to be honest with you, because I'm trying to get away from all the feedback, how everybody hates it, and I'm like, I got to give them a chance to see if I can salvage something from it. Wow. It's hard, but I gotta try. So.
There you go. All right, let's get into something that I've been dying to see how they were going to tell the story and continue it. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Freudian slip. But with that being said, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I'll take this one away first. This is what I'll say with this one. I love how they weaved in Chadwick Boseman's passing into the story, and they kind of made this not only a send-off for Chadwick, but the character of T'Challa. I love that. I love that you really felt Shuri's grief in this movie. I love that. Some of the cinematography, I liked Namor. I liked all of that. You killed Angela Bassett. I got an issue with that. But with that being said, outside of that, the only issue that I have with this, the only singular issue that I have with this is that the journey of Shuri to become Black Panther, while I think they did as good of a job as what you could in one movie because they didn't really set that up, she's never been a leader. And I think they know that, and they kind of threw in that thing with M'Baku at the end where he challenged for the role of king, but it's great, it's beautiful, it's amazing. There's so much positivity with this movie. I just feel like the ghost of Chadwick and T'Challa in this film overshadowed really the story of Shuri growing into a leader. I don't think that they didn't tell the story of Shuri growing into a leader like I would have liked them to if they were going to make her the Black Panther permanently. But that's really my only gripe, and that's just trying to find. Otherwise, I loved almost everything about this movie. The fight scenes were kind of mid too, but outside of that, everything else was pretty good.
I like the freeway joint.
The freeway joint was good. That was the best one.
Yeah,
the ending fight scene with Namor and Shuri off on that island was trash, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
This is facts.
Because there's a portion of people that are saying, oh, they're heavy on the women empowerment. Not just that, a strong black woman. Black women empowerment, right?
Yeah.
Now, and then you also have the nerds who say, well, if y'all pay attention to the comic books, y'all know that she was the next one up. Mm-hmm. If we go with the movie version, we know that I could say we feel like there has to be someone else to carry on the legacy, right?
Did you hear what Ryan Coogler said?
What did he say?
So the plan was always for Shuri to take over as Black Panther in the third movie.
Okay.
So that's why they were able to kind of rejigger it on the fly. So she was always going to take over the mantle of Black Panther by the third movie. So that by the end of the third movie. So they kind of just fast forwarded through some stuff.
So was Prince T'Challa a curveball?
Yes, that was a curveball.
That's the curveball that's going to pretty much save the franchise, right?
Not immediately. I think I still think we got probably another 5 or 6 years until we get to that point.
Probably so, but we waiting on that.
For sure.
I liked it. Did I get emotional? I seen it twice, and I got emotional both times. They took Angela from us. That one hurt. That one hurt the most but she's not gone permanently. We can say that she's a part of, she's on the other side, so she'll pretty much still
which is odd because she never took the heart-shaped herb, so technically she shouldn't be in that plane. But I'm not even gonna get into it. Keep Angela Bassett around as much as you can. So
please. I want to say this. Is it just me, or I got extremely excited when I saw Killmonger?
Oh, for sure, bro. When she turned around and saw that chair, and the chair was, and they were kind of hiding who it was, and said, "Oh, that's gonna be Michael B. Jordan."
Yeah. And I will say this: the rage that Shuri contained that whole movie, because like you said in the beginning, like they really showed how emotional she was over the loss of her brother.
Yeah,
I felt that rage. I felt it when she had that back and forth with Killmonger. That's when I knew I was like, oh, she might be it. She might be it. But I feel like her comfort zone is helping, is being the assistant, not taking nothing away from her. I am not. If anybody is more qualified to replace her brother, it definitely would be her. It just feels like her strengths is behind the wall, is behind the combat. You know what I mean? And it showed because she was getting her ass.
Listen, Namor was beating that ass. That's all I can say with that.
If you didn't dry that dude out, it was gonna be over because he is documented as being as strong as the Hulk.
I will say this though: when she pulled off one of the feathers from his foot, that was a dope. I enjoyed that,
and it caught him off guard. Yeah. But let me tell you, I don't know what it is, but every day I start thinking about Thanos and Namor. They might have something. I might agree with them a little bit more.
I agree with Namor completely. Like as somebody who likes to stay private, like don't get me wrong. I agree. I understand his mindset completely.
Hey, give me Namor, Killmonger, and Thanos for president.
That's fair. Mary Almonte's in the building. What's going on, Mary?
Hey.
We're talking about Black Panther. What are your thoughts on Black Panther?
Man, I don't think I have the energy to really talk about all my thoughts. Um, it was the proper like mourning that we all needed to kind of go through for Chadwick slash T'Challa. I mean, it really did feel like it was one and the same. There wasn't a differentiation between the character and the actor with that. And I did think like it was fitting that they made him die in the movie of, you know, what he
Unknown
basically
alias.
died in real
Yeah.
life, right? Of um so that part of it was beautiful. I thought that the Namor Talokan storyline was dope, right?
Mhm.
Like I thought that that really kind of made the movie for me kind of more bearable to watch because you kind of got lost in those moments and it felt like you were watching a different movie within the movie.
Mhm.
I thought all the supporting roles were dope, right? Like I felt like, let's be real, the first half of that movie, Angela Bassett was holding it down, right?
Oh, completely, completely.
And listen, don't get me wrong. I think that Shuri was great as a supporting character. She provided like comic relief and whatever in the first movie, but I didn't think her character was strong slash likable enough to kind of carry this one.
And that's what makes me concerned for the franchise going forward because, like, she's great and she's a great actress, but is she leading material for a whole? Like, the next film is going to have to be built around start off with her as the lead, and I worry about it. There's years to come, but I am a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah. And mind you, we didn't discuss this at all before today. So yet we kind of came out of it. And I didn't hear what you said about it if you've even spoken yet. So
Yeah.
if we're coming out of this with the same take, I do think they set it up lovely. With, you know, him having a son that nobody knew about. And I feel like, yes, maybe the next movie would have to start off with Shuri carrying it, but we could see another dynamic black actor in as T'Challa. And I think that's what we all need. It felt like something was missing in this
It
movie
did,
the whole time.
and I'm still pushing now. Damson,
Damson, yes,
Damson Idris
same.
still to be the new T'Challa. At this point, T'Challa's son. I'm still pushing for that.
I am
It gotta
too.
be.
I think that we should time jump, which is all very possible and feasible. And yes, I would love to. I feel like there could be no one else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marky. You've been kind of quiet here on Black Panther so far.
I've been observing. I mean, you all echo my sentiments. I think the few challenges for me. One, this felt like a test for Shuri, which seems like it was outside of the Marvel universe, which led no ties to it. So they're testing it to see if the audience likes her. I know because she's an anti-vax, there's a lot of things that are going around her, but it felt like they just tested it to make sure they keep it off of the radar for whatever's to come. I think the tie-in would probably be her appearing in an Avengers movie upcoming to get tested out and again go into whatever year happens. I don't know how I feel about them using Namor from Atlantis and making it more of an Aztecian historical perspective because again another black on brown violent fight amongst us versus them coming in. I don't know how I feel about that. As far as I agree, Shuri's just wasn't as strong to me, and Riri was annoying as fuck to me.
Well, that's because they try to make her the new Shuri because they had to push Shuri to be the main character. And go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm stepping on your point.
No, I get that. Was you're going to build a series around her, which is going into. I get that. It just felt like a test. My favorite scene absolutely was Killmonger. That whole entire scene, the flames and everything, that was fantastic.
A beautiful
I could stop,
scene.
rewind it, play that again. I can end the movie right there. Whatever happens after that. And she got stabbed, just cut through. I guess the nanobots healed that shit and she jumped over. If that could happen, if that's the case, then how come? I mean, Mary, we talked about this earlier. How come Killmonger?
She got stabbed the same exact way Killmonger got stabbed.
Even. It was worse. She was impaled.
It went through. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can I say this? I thought going into it, I thought I was like, we're going to get Killmonger back because I was like, he's been down there with them this whole time. That's what I thought. But maybe y'all should hire me.
That's
But no, I'm gonna have to have a little pushback on that, Marquise. I
Go
think
for
it
it.
was great representation for them because if it would have been the other way, or if it would have been the other people, then it would have been, oh well, now they might be considered the saviors.
I think it's a good representation of real life, right? It's the black and brown. Like he wanted to work with Wakanda, and you know the white people are trying to breach in and get what they got. Like that. So I like that they mixed it up some. Well, a lot with Namor's background, but I do like what they did with it because it really gave the Talosians their own complete history that kind of mirrored Wakanda in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Yo,
Yeah.
so
I mean, they even had their own little,
Yeah,
their own
The
ancestor.
Kamehameha.
And did you pay attention to when he did come up and start talking to Angela and them? He was like, "Oh snap!" He was like, "Yo, the air and the water, because y'all keep polluting our goddamn water. That's a whole totally different subject."
I would say it's like, but notice how the ship got attacked by avatars and they blame the niggas. Gotta blame the niggas.
Well, I mean, granted, it's because it was vibranium and they didn't really see him, but I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
No, listen. I really did feel like I'm all for universal representation, but I did feel like it was a little bit like, all right, Black Panther is Black people's moment. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It did almost feel like, and then when you hear the backstory, like they pushed for the hand gesture, like the cast members themselves, because they were like, well, we should have our thing. And then it's like, all right, how about we just all be one nation of vibranium using motherfuckers? Like, why? This is, I mean, it is, to your point, Hayes, it's very art imitating life for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and I mean, yes, the universal commonality is that they're all victims of, so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And trying to fight to preserve what's left of their culture from the diaspora created by the colonizers. But yeah.
And shout out to Winston Duke for the bald-headed demon line. I literally lost my shit in the movie theater when he said that, bro. Like, when I was like, whoa, and then to find out he said since then, he actually, that was not in the script at all. He just completely ad-libbed that line. That's crazy, man. That was a great line. Great line.
On the great side of this, you know how much money this movie generated?
Listen,
I'm
Ryan Coogler does not miss. Period. That's what it boils down to. Ryan Coogler does not miss.
Out of curiosity, did everybody read why Sylvester Stallone is unhappy with Creed 3?
Listen, let's put that on. We'll put that in
say
next
that
week.
one. Okay.
I really gotta dive deep into that one.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Oh,
about
there's
that
some
one.
frustration in my soul
Yeah.
going on with that one. We gonna have to talk about that next week because
that shit got to me. I'm like,
yeah,
where, bro?
like come on, Sly, come on,
You
come
know
on,
you
Sly,
out of touch, man. You know you out of touch.
come
man,
on, Sly. But
Nah,
anyway.
Yeah.
So anything
my
left
bad.
on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever before we
I'm a
shut
little
down for
disappointed in
today?
the soundtrack.
I have not listened to the soundtrack actually. I've been listening to Nas.
I was not impressed with Riri's song. Like this is kind of whack. This soundtrack was kind of whack.
Well, I feel like Riri's song was powerful. Like the moment that it served in the movie, I felt like it did create the vibe that they were going
I agree with
for.
that. Yeah.
I get Riri's song, but yes, the rest of it was it was definitely nothing in comparison to the first movie. For sure.
No, they should have let Kendrick do it again.
They should have.
They should.
Hey, whose name on Homeboy? That was fighting against old girl.
His name was. It started with an A, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, no, he could roll with me. No, he got hands. He got hands.
Yeah. But really good film, solid film all the way through. I think they lived up to everything that they had to do. There's so much weight on that movie outside of just the storyline of what they had to do, and I think it's a beautiful send off to the character of T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman in law. And the way that they opened up with the replacement of the Marvel logo with all the different Chadwick Boseman things and the silence.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
the silence was piercing. It was definitely very successfully strategic for sure.
Absolutely.
Would you have killed him?
Kill who?
I would have done exactly what they did, especially considering what's coming down the pipeline with Kang the Conqueror and how much time jumping they're going to do. We know Secret Wars brings in people from all different timelines.
Ironheart.
I think.
Ironheart's going to be a series.
Yeah, Ironheart's a series. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be set in Wakanda. She's back on her own, doing her own shit in that. So
at MIT.
How are you that smart and not know your shit was stolen?
Well, she sold it to. She gave it to the professor. The professor
said it didn't work. Said it didn't work.
Yeah, I think they lied to her.
I mean, she's still a college student.
I mean, and then she's building a fucking Iron Man suit. She's probably like, "Hey, listen, I'm not worried about that."
Can we talk about that? The police breaking in and say, "Oh shit, she got an Iron Man suit."
That shit was hilarious.
There was a lot of moments of comic relief in this, I felt, and
but
I think
it wasn't the typical. It wasn't the Love and Thunder type comical relief where it ruins the moment. It was like it was organic. It was completely organic. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. And shout out to Winston Duke for that, because I felt like he provided a lot of the comic relief and a lot of the poignant moments. So like, I feel like he really stepped up with this one.
Absolutely. Neymar had a moment or two. Remember?
Oh, Neymar had a bunch of that. Yeah. What did he say? It'll only crush your bones. Your blood will turn toxic, or you can wear the suit. We got a couple of them. Like that whole delivery of that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But when he leaned in and told Angela,
"I will kill you."
Yo,
and then he did it. But see, the thing that makes it dangerous, he did it. He did it. It's crazy, man.
Yo, shout out. Yo, hey, where can I get those water balloons, dog? I need those. Let me get those water balloons.
Hey, when they came in with the well with the whole big thing of the water grenades, I was like, oh shit, they finna fuck some shit up.
Y'all gotta watch that off of
that final battle was still probably one of the worst in the MCU, but nonetheless, it is what it is.
Who brings a ship to the water to fight a bunch of fish people?
Well, they said that
they had to lure them out.
They had to, Yeah, they had to
why they did that.
Bring it into a false sense of security. But
remember, they were like, if we stay here, they know, like that's what they're expecting.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I will say,
go ahead, you first.
No, go ahead, because mine is a little segue.
I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, I killed your mom. If you don't join me, okay, I'm gonna join you. You killed my mom. That makes sense to you?
I do agree with that. I feel like that kind of beef is everlasting. Like, you killed my mom's. I don't think we can ever work together.
Well, we got to look at it like this, and I agree. But we got to look. They are really set. These two countries are set on their principles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
they're all about protecting their own.
Exactly. And he said, he's like, "Yo, she had every right to kill me, every right, but she didn't. And the goal that we're trying to accomplish." They're going to help us accomplish.
Yeah, and we're going to need them. Either we're going to need them or they're going to need us at some point. It's
the surface and the ocean.
So,
out of curiosity, are they not building this anti-hero thing? Like, you know what? It makes sense. The Killmonger, Black Adam. They're starting to build this character where we're actually recognizing and identifying with these characters because that's who we really are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, that is it for today. Go ahead and give them your social media. Any parting words? Mary, you're up first.
The last thing I did want to say that was kind of adjacent to the Black Panther movie was Lupita and the actor that plays Namor. They are adorable together. Y'all got to follow them on social if you don't.
Are they a couple?
No, but they just really do.
I was about to say he got to come up off Lupita. I can't allow that to happen.
Well, let me tell you, they're the cutest, and they have TikToks where they're dancing cumbia and merengue, and it's really, really cute. So, yeah. Anyway, you can follow me at Miss Mary Almonte, and yeah, that's it.
All right, Baylor.
You said Lupita, yeah. She's something else. You can find me on TikTok looking for Lupita at Baylorism, on Twitter at Baylorism. Wakanda forever.
Marquis, go ahead and give it to
you. You can find me at Bane.com. The darkness.
No, I'm good. Don't follow me, please. Be out.
You can follow me at CEO Hayes, CEO Haize. You can follow us collectively at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to send a text and or voicemail, you can do so at 614-547-2039. We're the #1 podcast for the culture. We out this bitch. Peace out.
Hey, no, make sure you download your new